What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at more Mattel Masters Universe Masterverse figures, part of the new Eternia line, or I should say at least for our first figure of Hordak, the new Etheria line. So it looks good, of course, celebrating the 40th anniversary of She-Ra there as well. So again, working with our new Eternia line, where we have pretty much like the classic looks, just in the modern Masterverse figures, so it looks good. So the same here goes for Hordak, with a more classic look for Hordak there. Looks pretty good overall, and of course we get the nice picture design of him and the accessories there on the back we'll look at. Then for officially the new Eternia line, first we get Teela, which overall looks really good. You know, looks like basic Teela, except her eyes are like looking up, which has horrible eyes, and I've seen that's kind of like the trend for some reason with this Teela, that the eyes are like misprinted. But unfortunately, no, at least the body still looks good and everything, even with that more classic look for Teela, and there's accessories there and stuff. So maybe we'll get a different head or something we can maybe try and put on there. Hopefully there, we'll have to see. And finally, we get Kobra Con, so our first snake man in the Masterverse line, so it looks good. So we get the Kobra Con, Camel Con, whatever you want to call it there. Looks good. Looks like a tongue lash, I think his name there, or something like that. So it looks good. When spin around him on the back and see the different accessories, switch the heads out between the different versions as well. So it just looks good overall for Kobra Con as well. So I'm excited to check these three figures out. So let me get them open out of the box and we'll take a look at them together. And let's start off with the new Etheria Hordak, who is the ruthless leader of the evil horde. He's the force behind the destruction of New Eternia and leads his evil horde in his quest to conquer the universe. So it looks pretty cool with this design for Hordak. I thought it was going to be really cool, which is not that it's bad or anything. It just, once I got it out of the box and like the head design and with like his back helmet piece, kind of looks really weird and awkward to me. Still a cool design for Hordak overall, like especially the head looks like super evil and creepy, very bat-like and everything. But looks pretty cool with the mostly all white head, get the red eyes, some like dark gray around it, some gray there around his cheeks as well, some evil red teeth in there, if you can see. That's kind of hard to see there. But then going to his crown that's there in the back, as I mentioned, so like whatever this sword piece is sticking up there with like the little bone designs going around it, into his chest harness there with the big red Hordak logo, so that's pretty nice design there. All gray skin, so gray down the arms and the legs there. Then we get some gauntlets on the forearms again with Horde logo and the long fingernail claws there as well. We get the MOTU belt design, so we get the belt around the waist with the fur hanging down like a loincloth. Again, that gray skin continuing down the legs till we get to the feet design, so it's got like boots on the feet with the 3 toes. Nice Horde logos there, so nice like shiny metallic like black or whatever dark grays going on there. Looks pretty awesome for him as well. So like I said, overall still looks pretty good. Looks like a good Hordak, like I said, just with this head design and then like the color piece around it just looks kind of weird and awkward for some reason. But for movements, we'll get that'll twist all the way around. Now, of course, it'll be hard getting around the color there, but can look down that far and up that far. So pretty decent movements there in the head. Shoulders will come up to 90 and then rotate all the way around. We get the bicep twist and the double elbow joint that'll bend up that far at least. So not the best, but not bad. We get the wrist that'll twist all the way around and should hinge back and forth there. Then we go to the ab crunch. So under the chest harness, which is starting to pop off, it seems like there. But yeah, you get the chest harness, of course, and it has the crunch underneath. It's kind of, there it goes, starts to crunch, so crunch back and forth there, and it'll have some twisting in as well. Just popping this off, we can see it a little better. Yeah, it should have twisting there. It can twist all the way around, and then of course you see that the waist will twist all the way around, and then down to hips up to 90 and out to the side there, can do the splits, which is nice. Thigh twist all the way around. We get the double knee joint that'll bend up that far to the back, not bad at all. Get a shin twist there at the top of the boot, of course you can see that shin cut out for it, and then the foot will flex back and forth and twist side to side. So decent movements overall, you know, has the standard MOTU Masterverse movements, so nothing real surprising or anything, but still moves decently overall. Now, it comes with a number of accessories, so let's see what I want to start out with. I guess we'll go and start with these bat wings that we can put on his harness, so that's pretty nice. Get a nice bat wing design, so I love how you can see like the bone designs there of the wings and like the wing fibers, whatever, in between. Nice design for that as well, just all see-through red. So we get one for each side, of course. I don't know exactly how I want to, I guess they go like that, so let's go and plug these in his back. So there's both the wings plugged in the back, so they're on the back of his chest harness stuff. He does that, so you get those wings sticking out the side, so that is pretty cool. And of course, you can have them fold down as well, and when they go down like that, it kind of looks more like a red cape. So we get Hordaks with red capes and stuff in the past, so it makes more sense that you have that as well. So you get the wings or a cape-like design with it that way, so that's pretty cool. Then he also comes with an arm cannon, so in many different versions we've seen that he gets an arm that'll switch out and stuff with a cannon, so we get one here as well. So I have to take his hand and guard off to be able to put this on it. So there he's got the cannon arm on now, so that's pretty cool. Nice design for that. He also comes with the shield, so the Hordak shield we've seen before, so it looks pretty nice with the Hordak logo there. Looks pretty good. We can put this on the left arm. So there's Hordak with the shield as well. So that is pretty awesome. And then finally he comes with a staff as well, which looks pretty cool. So nice all like silver staff design, got a nice point on the end of it and goes up and then has a nice dragon sort of design there at the top that looks really cool in red. So let's switch his arm back out and we'll put this into his right hand. And there's Hordak with the staff as well. So it looks pretty cool. So we got the wings on his back, his shield on the left arm, and him holding the staff there in the right. So it looks really cool for the design overall for Hordak. And of course we've had Hordak before. I don't remember what one this is from, but just a nice design. This is currently and still so far my favorite Hordak design we've got so far with the blue and stuff. I always like the blue over the gray colors, but there's that one. It still has the same shield design, just the two different versions of Hordak we've got so far there, and looks pretty awesome for this new Etheria Hordak. And next up, we have the new Eternia Teela, which is the heroic warrior goddess. She embraces her destiny as the avatar of the goddess of New Eternia in her quest to restore the power of Grayskull. So it looks pretty good for Teela here, again in that more nice classic design, nice looking figure overall for her. The only issue, as I sort of mentioned in the opening, is that her eyes are like printed on weird, so her eyes are almost like looking up and stuff. So not the like best design and kind of annoying, but there's nothing I can really do about that. And like I said, seen from other pictures online stuff, seems like it's kind of a common thing for this Teela, so that really stinks. So like getting another one, you'd be taking a gamble at getting messed up. But yeah, not the best with the eyes, but everything else about her looks really good. So she has her more red hair color that's up in the ponytail there, hanging down the back with her like tiara piece, whatever, looks good there. Then her mostly all white outfits with the white upper piece there, nice like fur there around the collar with that gold collar, and then the gold designs there on her chest, midsection, and down the front like the loincloth design. So carrying over from that classic Teela, gold bands on her arms and guards on her wrist there. Bare legs going down to the standard classic MOTU boots, so the fur like boots there with the straps on and stuff. So it just looks good for a nice looking classic Teela. But for her movements, the head will twist all the way around. Of course, got to worry about his hair and everything. Can look down that far and then up that far. So yeah, barely any movements there in the head, so not great. Shoulders will come up to 90 and rotate all the way around. We get this single elbow joint that just bends there that far, like barely even to 90 with rotation. And the wrist will twist all the way around and flex back and forth. Then we go to her ab crunch, so just under her chest there, she'll crunch back and forth and twist all the way around. And then, of course, at the waist, twist all the way around as well. Then we get the hips that come up to 90 and out to the side to the splits once again. Get the thigh twist all the way around. The double knee joint that'll bend up that far to the back, not too bad. Get the shin twist there at the top of the boot as well. And then the foot will flex back and forth and twist side to side. So decent movements once again, and pretty much like I said, the standard movements for the MOTU Masterverse. Now we get some additional accessories. So she has 2 grip hands on already, which I'll probably leave for her. She also gets a set of fist hands if you want to have her fists instead of the grip hands. Then we can give her some, what's called like her basic outfit. So to start, we do get her shield. It's kind of classic for Teela, who's come with a shield. It has a nice point design on it there, and nice like little swirl designs that sort of match with like her outfit and stuff, but more a bronzish color on it. So we put this in her hand. So there she has the shield. She also comes with a spear, which is pretty awesome. So nice spear design there on like the gold color as well. Nice little snake designs and everything there. So that looks awesome. We'll put this in her other hand. So there's Teela with her weapons of the sword and spear there, ready to go battle alongside He-Man. But then we also get her accessories for the goddess. So we get the Kobra head armor. So it looks pretty nice with the nice green eyes, a nice Kobra design there, all in the bronze. We put this on her. So there she has that armor. So it just kind of clips around her head. So pretty easy to get on her and everything there. So there she has that, which looks pretty fun. I like that design. Kind of helps a little. Still annoying with her looking up and everything, but at least it helps. And then we can switch her spear out for the Kobra staff. I said snake staff, but Kobra staff there that goes along with her again in the bronze design. Looks pretty good with that Kobra head on it. So we can give her that staff as well, which I always like that as like the curve and stuff to it and everything. So it looks good there with the Kobra staff as well, turning her more into the sorceress Teela design, which is pretty cool. And we've had Teela already before in Masterverse now, probably from like Revelations or some one of those designs. But there we have the other Teela that's a more classic look to her. So I just want to show that off compared to this version, which is really good overall. Really like design, except for the just printing of those eyes is the only thing that makes me not like this figure. And finally, we have Kobra Khan, which is the evil master of snakes. The destruction of New Eternia awakens the long slumbering evil. Kobra Khan heralds the return of the Snake Men. Now, it's cool to get the Snake Men starting in the Masterverse line as well. Looks pretty cool and kind of common to start with Kobra Khan, at least. So looks pretty good overall with his nice green scaly skin. Nice shiny metallic green, as you see. So we get the nice eyes there. So there's the little white eyes that are kind of like weird with, or like, I forget what they call that design, but it has the weird eyes. So it kind of looks creepy and like more realistic realistic and everything. But we got the big mouth there of the snake, so you can open that up and see the fangs and stuff, tongue in there. Looks pretty cool. Again, that nice green scaling going down. Again, with like the classic armor design there, especially for a snakeman with the like lines going up in the darker like gold color on this there and going down the back. Get the snakeman logo there on his chest, snake there around on the belt with a little bit of loincloth, like kind of like layered snake design on there, snake scale design. Bracers on his forearms with standard hands, then the shiny legs going down. So no scaling on the legs, all smooth, but still looks good there. And then some of the guards there up on his shins. So similar we've had in the past with other characters and stuff. And then the three-toed feet there on the bottom looks pretty good overall for Kobra Khan. Now for movements, his head will twist all the way around, so you just gotta go up there and twist all the way around. Kind of weird though, it seems like. And then the mouth will open and close as I sort of showed there. Then we get the arms that will go up to 90 and rotate all the way around. We get a bicep twist and the double elbow joint that bends up. Again, not a whole lot of room for movement, so just there about to 90. The wrist will twist all the way around and flex back and forth. Then we get the ab crunch, so the crunch there back and forth and twist all the way around. And then we'll twist, or should twist all the way around at the waist. I don't know if his belt is like connected to him, like got glued to him or something, but as I twist it moves like the upper belt section around, so not sure what's going on there, but at least we get the twist here, so we still have some twist movements thankfully. Hips will come up to 90 and out to the side to the splits there, once again kind of like drop down hips, so that makes it a little different there. Thigh twist all the way around. The double knee joint that'll bend up that far to the back. Ooh, not far at all, a little less armor there, and he'd probably kick himself in the butt. Shin twist there at the top of the boot or armor as well, and the foot will flex back and forth and twist side to side. So decent movements overall, you know, about the standard though, so nothing like new or surprising, except those drop down hips. Like I said, haven't really seen those, especially with our first two figures, so kind of different with that. But then we get a number of accessories to go along with them. So first we can also turn in, I always call this version Camo Con, because there was back in the day in the 80s with the original figures, there was this released, and then I think it was maybe Argentina had Kobra Con released, and then of course there's been multiple releases with that, especially with our MOTU Origins and all that. But I always consider it Kobra Con when it has the Cobra head, but you know, obviously use it for either one of them. But on this one we do have a little section here off the back of the head that will pop out, which does feel pretty loose, so you probably could lose that pretty easily, so I don't like that too much. But we can then just take the Cobra fan there, whatever, and put that on his head, so it turns it into more of that Cobra design with the King Cobra sort of fan going on there, which I always like that design, so that's cool. And then very similar we also get for the chest plate, so if you don't want the Snakeman logo, which I don't really know why you wouldn't, but because I always think it's kind of cool, but you can also switch that out to just this plain chest piece, again, that just looks like that, so it just differentiates there. But like for me, I have no issue with the Snakeman logo. I'd prefer to have that logo instead, so I'll switch it back. And with the past figure designs as well, we also get the claw hands, so we have these little claw hands that we can switch out if we don't want to have like the normal monster looking hands there, which I think for the accessories I'll probably just leave the normal hands on, but we do get the claw hands as well if one does have a little pincher design to them, so that's nice. Then going to the weapons, we get the nice like mace design, so we've seen this multiple times over the years, so we put this in his hand, so there he's got the mace. Then he also comes with the gun, which I like how they took the gun and put like the little snake design. I don't remember that on any of the other designs, but that's pretty nice there with the nice orange gun design. We'll put this in the hand that has the trigger finger. I had them switched around originally, but I was like, well, this hand has a trigger finger, it'd make more sense for it to hold the gun, so there we get the gun design as well for Camo Con. And finally he comes with a spit effect, so we get this nice purple effect that can be spitting out of its mouth, because if you open up there is a hole up inside there that we can stick this in, so you can have that effect shooting out as well. And I love how to add some color there with the purple and everything, so it looks pretty nice. So very nice design overall there for Kobra Khan. Like I said, our first of the Snakemen, so we don't have any others to really compare it to or anything, so nice design overall there for Kobra Khan. So that is it for Wave 18 of our MOTU Masterverse figures, where we got the new Etheria Hordak, and then the new Eternia Teela, and new Eternia Kobra Khan. So all three are pretty cool. Like the Hordak a lot. Like I said, unfortunately for me, I do like the other Hordak more, but I like the wings, the nice staff here with this design. All that looks pretty cool. Nothing wrong with this one. Like I said, just a little bit of weird awkwardness with the collar around its neck and the head. Just kind of looks awkward in person. The Teela is really nice as well, with especially like her sorceress design here. Just those stupid eyes that are looking up. And Kobra Khan looks really nice. Nothing really wrong with that at all. Love all that. He comes with the different options to switch in between the different designs and everything. So really cool for Kobra Khan. So let me know what you thought of all three of these figures down in the comments. And if you enjoyed my review, let me know with that like and hit the subscribe button to see more. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.